Ooh, I didn't get that. We're good.
They're special guests, and I'm not even going to mention that. But I'd like to introduce from where? Wisconsin? Way out west.
All right, he doesn't want to be on video. That's fine.
There's a lot of love going on here, and it'll come back at me, I am sure. Bob Diener, did I get that right? Diener. Damn, I got it wrong. And Dan, whose name I never, ever remember. All right? Bob is the sales guy, so to speak, for the Ahrens Museum, who spends a lot of time these days looking for things. So he is looking at the crowd, wondering what you guys have. All right? He's trying to get that from you. All right, so be very careful of this man. He's also got that sweet smile, and he's going to win you over and talk you out of your precious good stuff. Dan is the actual guy who gets things done. So he'll actually take a piece and restore it for the museum, and he's done some beautiful work. And you'll see him here studying bolts and screws and how this thing actually goes together. John Langill and I cooked up this idea for this project, and you're going to see we're extremely organized and not. We spend a lot of time at it, but it's going to take more time, and I'll explain to that in a second. Let me do an item of housekeeping. This is a free-formed event. The only rule we have is lunch is not served until this thing runs. Lunch is not served until this thing runs. The only exception is I'm not big enough to keep you guys from eating meatball sandwiches. All right? This over here is the sales area. Okay? Anything over here is for sale, give away, whatever. Bring stuff in, buy it, sell it, give it away, whatever you can work out. This is a show area. This right here is an area, bring it in, and we'll see if we can get it running. Over here is the Dick Rabinsky snow blower category. I can fix it if it blows snow. So he will be running various snow blower clinics, buying and selling parts, selling snow blowers over here.
And Snowblowers Anonymous.
Yeah, and his claim to fame, we actually watched it. The man, you see how small he is? He ate 20 pounds of half-black ribs last night. I don't know how he's even possibly moving.
That was the appetizer.
That was the appetizer. So, outside in front is a little yard barn full of parts. If you guys are shopping for parts, I'll pretty much sell anything out of that barn. Back here are 3 barns. The first barn, this is the John Langill trailer. It has the 24D.
Kind of see it through the
and
windows.
various other neat little things that are absolute pain in the ass to unload. We didn't unload it. But get a look at that, wander through it. You really can't wander through it. The shed to the right has a couple other old tractors that somebody needs to buy. There's some neat stuff in there too that we didn't bother dragging in. The middle shed has Model D parts. If you're into Model Ds. The far shed has my new Model A Ford pickup.
Ooh, I didn't check that out.
Housekeeping issues. You okay?
I've got a little display of literature.
Oh, yes, thank you.
I guess it's not just read your hands on it, but just
Yes. You will find a nice table of stuff, and we might upgrade your table, Dick. I think I have another table. And yeah, neat stuff, just don't get it dirty. And it's all Dick's collection of very neat stuff.
a lot of it's one of a kind, so.
Yeah, a lot of it's not, I've never seen it. And so look through that when you get a chance. Other than that, let's go to wrenching.
Woo-hoo.
All right? So the rule is, until this thing runs, no lunch. Now,
What is lunch?
Ralph, I think is going to help me with a conversation we wanted to have, which is, where's Ralph?
Right here.
Ralph, are you ready for this conversation? Your guys are all...
Hard debate. Does that look like that's a starter clutch socket?
Probably. This looks like a magnet from a stator. Oh, it's cracked too. That's funny. Maybe that fits on this.
Could be. Well, we know what's going on for later. A lot of activities floating around here. You gotta decide where you want to be. You got your buying guys, your guys want stuff worked on. You got the Dick Rubinski Snowblower School. Try to slowly pan because I look at this in the editor and go, I don't know why you did this. Pan around to all the old guys on an Imperial Model D.
Okay, yeah.
Case put together.
Well, I show them how to pull start.
Do you know if you have Spark? It does.
Yeah, it's not snapping at impulse, but it still had good spark. Throw the spark tester in at once. Maybe you want to give it another whiff of that, maybe? You want to give it another whiff of that, maybe? A little liquid encouragement. Yeah. So, what's your faces back there? That's weird. It kicked them a couple times.
Through the hole.
Yeah. So it's. I'd almost bet money on the fuel.
Gotta be fuel.
Mine with the rotary plastic.
So it's still just running off the. Is the fuel back on? Oh, the fuel's on.
Still off. You want it back on? Try it.
I guess it's still dripping out of there, so.
Should fuel in it.
You're going over, for sure.
That is way out. It's got a little bit of pressure on the gauge. It's got a little bit of oil pressure. How far out did you turn that? It seemed like you turned it out a lot.
Very close to the smell.
3 full turns.
Carbon dioxide.
But it runs now.
See if it'll start back up with.
The other thing I'm wondering, because that main jet's so loose, maybe it went the whole way in. Normally mine are the opposite. Normally they fall out.
Not quite sure yet.
Nothing. It just.
Still might be something in the carburetor.
Could be. Yep. Hand touch it. fuel, we got to run on ether carb cleaner and then fiddled with the carb.
I bet I got that needle out about 3.5 turns.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like it's a couple extra turns on the main jet.
Really? Yeah, like the jet's full plugged or it's too small?
Might be what it is. Maybe it's partially plugged.
Yeah, it looks like a fairly new carburetor, but
Well, there's the problem. It's shiny.
It's shiny.
Shiny and never run right. Take it back. At least we got video evidence it runs good now, alright? You could sell it on Craigslist like it. Show them the video, it runs great. We got it running. There you go.
pitch over this is the one that he likes the most.
That's normally how it goes. Seems good now. I mean, I'm rather satisfied with that. Considering we worked on it for half an hour the first time.
Worked on it off and on for 2 years.
All right, so we got 2 years plus a half an hour of 5 guys. That's a, yep. That's a 1959.
59L, right?
Straight L, yeah. Nice machine. Feels awesome 22G, repowered with a Robin, I think. I know this is an air-cooled V, but the different wheels. This is water-cooled, I can tell you that. Potentially hexaxle. Twin tanks. I think this is a brass tag. This is still a hexaxle yet. Well, this is a hexaxle, I'm bad. These are just the early L's. Still an early L. Well, keep wandering around here. Well, he has the newer Gravely dealership, and then the older Gravely's are like his hobby. All John Langills here. I'll have to get a video from the front, see the nice shiny stuff. Here's all.
That's pretty cool, man. I loved it out there.
Yeah, it's really a great place. I mean, anybody. The edit delete button.
Okay, now we're back to square one. So does that look about like everybody's in there?
So, how's snowblower school going over here? I've been a little sidetracked with other things.
Oh, it's going great. The auger's all back on. The safety clutch has been rebuilt. I'm into putting the cable on, and then I'll put the chain drive on it, and
Oh yeah, you still got that to go yet.
find somebody who wants to take it home with them.
Oh, freshly rebuilt YouTube publicity.
Yeah, something like that.
You know, see if it'll hold up to rigorous Steve hours. 20 minutes of snow blowing, like 20 hours, normal guy.
My guarantee doesn't. I don't extend it to Steve.
No Steve guarantee, darn. I don't know if the quality's that good.
Your reputation precedes it, Steve. That's all I will say. You do great work, but
A little abusive on the equipment is what you're telling me.
In a nice way, I think.
well, you get it. You get it working, but you might not change the oil or fix the thing that really.
Still,
in the long run, the short term, you got it working.
That was the main point. And under the bus, no longer using this segment. What's that?
Oil's expensive.
Oil's expensive. That's why you got to do this and fix these seals now.
So there's a
Napa, right down the street from me. And they have this flyer right on the counter. Monthly deals, right? Right on the front of the flyer, it has like the Napa brand conventional oil.
Yep.
Like $2.29 a quart. So I go in there and I say, oh, give me 2 cases of 30 weight. And the guy rings it up and it's $2.69 a quart. I said to the guy, I said, what about the flyer? $2.29. Oh yeah, that price isn't for our store. That's a national flyer.
Well, then there's the internet or the computer.
And I'm like,
you
what
online
do you
order
mean?
price.
It's on your it's right on your counter. It's right here, right next to your cash register.
And he wouldn't give it to you?
No. Yeah, my
I'd put the oil back.
those prices. I said, well, there was something else in there on sale I wanted also. It was transmission fluid. I said, what's the price on the transmission fluid? Is
What
it
you need, Dick?
this price or is
just
it
an old
their
screwdriver.
real
Some
price?
made-up
You know?
price.
Oh yeah, no
Will that do?
oil in that flyer is ever going to be what it says in our store. Yeah, and like half the stuff in the flyer is oil. So I go onto the website, and if you spend $100 on the website, they give you 20% off. So I just bought.
Well, that's
I
easy.
needed like some air filters for the cars and some other things.
Yeah.
So I added all this other crap in there, and they're getting the oil cheaper than the price.
But it should have been 20% off the cheaper price.
Yeah. So I'm just like, what the heck?
No, not my back.
Some people call that bait.
Yeah, that's what I said to the guy. I'm like, this is bait and switch.
Yeah, the old, yeah.
Other stores, like grocery stores and stuff, have different flyers for different price range zones or whatever they are, you know? But I was like, what the heck? I don't even want to ever go back there again. It was so bad.
Yeah.
I gotta jump in.
So far, so good. It goes the other way, and
I should bring one of my crappy snowblowers down next year.
All right, we've done normal snowblowers. Now we need a challenge.
I've done 2 of them, and I said I'm not going to do any more snow blowers.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
I enjoy doing it, but it really you don't get to see many people or
I
see.
understand.
Yeah.
Steve and I fixed some snowblowers the last 2 years when you were doing manuals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I did, Dale, when I was thankful that you did. Somebody was like gung-ho on having their snowblower done.
Yeah.
Jarl.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he gave me a jar of honey afterwards because I helped him from his honey farm.